continuing the Pixar review series with A Bug's Life. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another edition of the Pixar movie series reviews. As you can see, I'm wearing the John Cena hat. If you just saw the recent live experience of Survivor Series, you know why. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about A Bug's Life. And I think it's hard not to bring up Antz because this movie came out around the same year. And the story going is that this was the start of DreamWorks because um some guy in Pixar got released or they got mad, they left, created DreamWorks Animation, and basically from there, ants became a thing, and it was an idea that they knew that was going to happen with A Bug's Life. So they decided to do the same movie, similarities. And I'm one of those people, the few people, that enjoy A Bug's Life more than Ants. And I don't know, I think maybe the color scheme was better. I think maybe the villain was better. I don't know, something about it. And don't get me wrong, A Bug's Life isn't a great movie. It's actually just a simple, cute movie. And it's okay. Sometimes you don't have to be this grand movie to wow people. Sometimes you just gotta be simple and fun. So the movie's about Hopper, who basically takes over the ant colony. He makes them get food for them, and they're ready to go in exchange for their lives. And that's when Flick, who is this inventor trying to make things easier, but instead he ruins it. He actually even dumps all the food by mistake because his invention was like shaking and it threw the rocks over. So basically, Flick says, listen, maybe we don't no longer have to deal with the grasshoppers. Why don't we find some warriors? And in the process, he finds a bunch of circus freaks who were probably the best part of the movie. And I'm gonna say this about the circus crew. As entertaining as they are, I think the biggest negative downfall is that there's way too many of them. I liked Francis, I like Slim, I even like Rosie to an extent, and Manny. Like, those are like my four favorite ones. I think Dim makes sense because they need someone to fly. So I think his thing is necessary. Tuck and Roll, they were entertaining, but they don't really talk. They're just like typical like twins that don't like each other, which was cute. Gypsy is so irrelevant to this story. She's like really like forgettable. Same with Heimlich. Heimlich was supposed to be like the dorky, goofy character who later becomes a butterfly. And I remember seeing the bloopers for Toy Story 2. I saw Toy Story 2 before I saw Bugs Life, so I thought Heimlich was like a big deal. And basically, I think they steal the show as far as entertainment goes. I like the fact that they think they're going to do a circus show, but instead they're being warriors, and then they freak out. They actually stop an actual bird, and in the process, they decided to build a bird to stop Hopper and just scare him off. But later we find out that the plans work, and it backfires when the flea finds him and takes him back to being a circus show, and then they take Flick. And I don't like that arc of like, oh, I lied to them, so now I'm being betrayed by my own kind. Like, I don't like it. It's really dumb. Affy was kind of annoying. Princess Ada was alright, and supposedly Princess Ada and Flick are supposed to be siblings, but at the same time they're also in love. It's so weird and so confusing if I'm being honest. Like, honestly, the best Ant character was probably Dot. She was like the more charming and chill, laid back character out of the Ants. But overall, I thought it was a fine movie. I do like the final battle with Hopper being actually eaten by a bird. That was actually kind of scary when I saw it the first time. But and then I do like the idea of Affy passing the torch over to Ada, and then Dot becomes the princess now. A lot of stuff was there. I kind of wish that the circus characters actually stayed with the ants just for the sake of it. In a way, I kind of wish they explored this world more. This is the second Pixar movie ever, so they didn't have the full ingredients. There's actually a ride in California Adventure. I don't know if it's still there, but basically it shows like what happens to the ants if they and the bugs if you keep poisoning them, and they have confirmed that there are humans in this world. They actually show the RV from Monsters Inc. that shows up where they send Randall at the end. So they could have done something with a Bug's Life too if they ever went that route. It's unfortunate. I understand half of these characters either aren't alive anymore or just too old, or I don't know. They could always recast the voices. Obviously recast this character if they bother to even bring him back. But then again, he died. Anyways, A Bug's Life was a fine kids movie. It didn't need to be this big grand thing. It was fine and it was kind of cute, and I did enjoy it. It was very colorful. It was very enjoyable. I will give this movie. I'll give it a B minus. It's a simple laid back movie that you can watch with the kids. It's really fun. I like the bloopers at the end. It's just a really solid movie. So, go out of your way and check out A Bug's Life. But don't worry, after this, it's just flat out bangers, and we're gonna kick it off with Toy Story 2. That movie is one of the greatest sequels of all time. I have some things to say about that one when we get to it. Anyways, take care, everybody, and I'll see you on the next one.